Welcome to this episode of Right Now, brought to you by WritersDepot.org, where your writing dreams meet your real-world needs, and both can survive.
So, you want to know about character arcs. You have this idea, a story, a person in it. The person wants something. He goes after it. Something gets in the way. Another guy, the system, himself, usually himself. That's the plot. The arc, that's the dirty secret, the thing that happens inside. The movement, the shift, or the stubborn goddamn refusal to shift that ends up saying more about the human condition than any transformation ever could. That's what they're really there for. Not for the car chases, for the moment the guy realizes he's been chasing the wrong car, or the moment he decides. Let's talk about the machinery. 1. The apprentice and the ghost. You take a kid, call him Leo, green, full of piss and vinegar. He meets a man, call him Mercer. Mercer knows the score. He's got the scars. The story seems to be about the teaching, the learning of the craft. But that's the lie. The real story is the rebellion. The moment Leo looks at the perfect, pristine thing Mercer built and sees the flaw. Not a flaw in the work, a flaw in the philosophy. The moment he takes the same tool and uses it for a different purpose, or throws it away. The arc is the deviation. Where does he follow? Where does he break? What can he see from his low angle that the old man is blind to? And what has the old man seen? What darkness has he swallowed that the kid is still too innocent to even imagine? The friction, that's the heat. The apprentice arc isn't about becoming a copy. It's about finding the crack in the master's armor and realizing you have to forge your own. It's about the dawning, terrible understanding that you have to surpass the son of a bitch to truly honor him. 2. The crack in the foundation. Here's another engine, a classic. You show me a woman. In the first act, you show me she's a control freak. She has to hold the reins. You show me this need, this flaw, costs her. Her partner walks. A deal explodes. A child flinches at her touch. Something real. Then you turn the screw. You put her in situations where control is an illusion. A storm hits. A machine breaks. A man lies. You give her chances to let go, to trust. She learns the lesson intellectually. She can even say the words, "I need to let go." Then comes the third act. The high tower is on fire. The choice is in her hands. Panic, chaos. And in that moment, with everything on the line, she has to decide. Does she fall back on the old method, the thing that has always been her strength and her curse? Or does she take a breath, unclench her fist, and try something new, something uncertain? That decision, that single silent internal click, is the entire arc. It's not about the 3 failures and the success. It's about the why of the choice. Who has she become under pressure? Is she the same rock, just polished smoother? Or has she been broken down and remade into something more flexible? That's the difference between a formula and a story. 3. The lie you tell yourself. Then there's the arc of ignorance to knowledge. It's not just for detectives, it's for every son, every daughter, every citizen who wakes up to the world. A man believes a thing, call him Silas. He believes the company is good. He believes his wife is faithful. He believes he's free. The story is the unraveling. Each clue he finds in the external world. He's not just solving a mystery, he's performing an autopsy on his own life. Think of a detective at the end of her road. Not the case, her road. Anya Voss, she knows who did it. She can see it in his eyes. The law can't touch him. He's too smart, too connected. The system is a net full of holes. So what's her arc? It's the shattering of a fundamental premise. It's the move from justice is a system to justice is a choice, and the choice she makes. The knowledge doesn't just enlighten her, it alters her. It makes her a different kind of animal, one that can operate in the shadows between the law and the truth. That's a powerful arc, because it's a conversion. A loss of faith and the discovery of something more brutal, more personal to believe in. The problem of the sequel. Now, you're writing a series, 3 books, 5. How do you give this guy a complete arc in book 1 when you know he's got more pain waiting? First, you decide what you're building, an icon or a man. An icon, a Bond, a Poirot, a Ripley, is a constant. The arc is external. The world changes. The icon adapts, but his core is untouched. He's a tool used on different problems. The satisfaction is in seeing the tool used well, in the competence. But if he's a man, if he's meant to change, then you give him a battle, not the war. He wins a skirmish, he learns a lesson, but the cost of that victory shows him the size of the real enemy. Think of the first Star Wars. Luke wins. He blows up the Death Star. But he didn't beat Vader. He outmaneuvered him with a lucky shot and help from his friends. The victory is real, sweet, but the shadow remains. You can't have him learn the same lesson in Book 2. You can't have him forget. You can have him backslide, but only once, and only if the pressure is immense. If the cost of being good is the life of someone he loves, then the backslide isn't a reset, it's a deepening. It's an exploration of how hard it is. Otherwise, the audience checks out. They're not idiots. They know a treadmill when they see one. The problem of the fool. Your character is competent, sharp, but the plot requires him to take a risk. He miscalculates. He steps in it. How do you stop the reader from thinking, this clown deserves everything he gets?
You lay the pipe. You show me, early on, that he's impulsive, that his confidence borders on arrogance, that he's bad under a ticking clock. You make his strength the source of his weakness. His ability to see the big picture makes him miss the detail at his feet. You hang a lantern on it. You make the reader see the crack in the foundation before the whole wall comes down. So when it falls, they nod. They saw it coming. And you make the reason for the risk something we can get behind. He's rushing to save a kid. He's trying to stop a massacre. A selfless, if reckless, act. After the failure, you control the narrative. Have another character, a steady hand. Say, you roll the dice, it happens. You don't make the call, you lose for sure. Or have the character's own guilt be the focus. Not woe is me, but a sharp analytical, where did I go wrong? This shows competence even in failure. The real danger is at the start. If in Chapter 3, he does something profoundly pointlessly selfish that gets good people killed, you might never win the audience back. We have to want to be in his shoes, or at least find the view from them interesting. When the sidekick steals the show, it happens. Your protagonist is a sturdy, well-built table. Your supporting character is a goddamn chandelier, all glitter and fascinating shadows. Everyone loves the chandelier. This is the Jack Sparrow problem. In doses, he's electric. The whole movie, from his perspective, it's exhausting. The quirk becomes the norm. The charm becomes a tick. So you look at your main guy. Why is he a table? Did you forget to give him a splinter, a wobbly leg, a hidden drawer with a skeleton in it? Look at what you gave the side character. The drinking problem, the nihilistic wit, the mysterious past. Steal it back. Give your hero a flaw that isn't endearing, but crippling. A fear that is paralyzing. Find his wound. Why is he here? What ghost is he chasing? What's the thing he's trying to prove, and to whom? Maybe it's to a dead father. Make him want so badly it hurts to look at him. Then he won't be boring. He might be painful, he might be ugly, but he won't be boring. The unmoved mover, the iconic support. Not every iconic character leads the charge. Some hold the line. Some are the wall the protagonist has to climb. The villain, the Joker. He's not on a journey, he's the destination. His philosophy is set. The world is a joke, and morality is the punchline. He exists to test the hero's philosophy, to poke and prod until the hero's shiny principles crack. The villain's lack of an arc is his power. He is a constant. The mentor, the Gandalf. He's already been through the fire. His choices are made. His wisdom is hard-won. He offers a path, a tool, a piece of advice. The drama comes from the protagonist's decision to follow or deviate. The mentor is the lighthouse. He doesn't move, but his light shows you the rocks. The anchor, the sidekick in a long series, the Luther to the Reed. He's the constant, the voice of reason, the familiar face in a changing world. He provides continuity. He lets the audience breathe. He's the embodiment of home. These characters aren't failing to arc. They are serving a different narrative purpose. They are the fixed points in the constellation that let you measure the movement of the others. The Hobb principle, authentic suffering. How does she do it? Robin Hobb. How does she make us love these people who make such spectacular messes of their lives? She deals in authenticity. She doesn't skip the boring parts. She makes the boring parts the point. We see Fitzchivalry chop wood. We see him fail to talk to a girl. We see him nurse a grudge for 20 years. We live with him. The epic battles, they're punctuation. The real story is the daily grind of being a human being with a bruised heart and a tired soul. So when the big tragedy hits, when he betrays or is betrayed, it's not a plot point, it's a gut punch. Because we know him, we've sat with him. His terrible choices don't come from a writer needing to twist the plot. They come from a deeply established, utterly believable place inside the character. We understand the why. We might scream at the page, "Don't do it!" But we never think, he wouldn't do it. He would, because he's Fitz, and we love him, not despite his flaws. She puts them through hell, but we follow because it's a hell we recognize. It's the hell of living. The work, the only work. So you want to understand character arcs? Forget the maps, burn the diagrams, watch people. On the train, in the airport, at the family dinner table. Listen to the lies they tell each other. Watch the small cruelties, the unspoken kindnesses, the tells, the way a man touches his wedding ring when he says his wife's name, the way a woman's eyes go dead. Get a notebook. It's not a little black book of names. It's a record of human failure and grace. Write it down. The tick, the phrase, the defense mechanism. That's your raw material. Then, when you write, you ask the hard questions of your puppet. What does this person want that they don't have? What's in the way? And is it themselves? What are they prepared to do to get it? And when they do it, or fail to do it, who the hell are they then? The change, the growth, the decay, the stubborn defiant stand. That's the arc. That's the blood in the veins of the thing. The rest is just typing. Now go write.
For more writing content, endless giveaways, and earning opportunities, be sure to visit writersdepot.org, because a starving writer is just so 20th century.